Good morning. I'm glad to see you in the new year, 2023. And today we're going to focus on a sutra that has to do with effort and ease. It's Sthira and Sukha, effort and ease. And there are several. You can seat yourself in a comfortable position, just on your, if you want to, you can sit cross-legged and just breathe easily. I'm just going to read a few quotations about Sukha and Sthira. This is Desikachar, the heart of yoga. We should endeavor to bring qualities of gentleness and steadiness to our asana practice, all while making sure that we exert progressively less effort in developing them. And the second quotation is translated by Swami Satchidananda, and it's the Gayatri Mantra by Deva Primal. The asana is a steady, comfortable posture. And that's Sutra 2.46. So the notion of effort and ease is important because we don't want to feel we're in competition with others. We don't want to feel that we put too much strain on ourselves. At the same time, we want to feel that we are moving forward and challenging ourselves. So at this point, we'll just sit and do some alternate nostril breathing. We're going to be simply putting our thumb on one nostril and our two fingers are, we can lower our index finger on the other one. And we're going to inhale into the left nostril. And then we're going to hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale the right nostril. Inhale, right nostril, close, 2, 3, 4, exhale, left nostril, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, 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 2, 3, 4. And now we can just breathe regularly. Alternate nostril breathing is about balance. It's about inhaling and strengthening ourselves and exhaling and feeling the ease of exhalation. So through this practice, I hope that we can attend to that notion of effort and ease. Inhale, which is opening, strengthening, and exhale, which is easeful and relaxing. Okay. So we're going to start by standing, and we're just going to rotate our bodies just at the waist, swinging our arms, feeling the ease of movement in our upper body. And now we're just going to feel our right arm grow heavier and our left become rise up. And we're going to just move down towards our right and then drop our left and swoop around the front and come up. And we're going to do that a few more times. Just dropping our right arm down, our left arm will follow. And we're just going to move slowly with some ease down and around. Just feeling that lovely stretch, morning stretch or early stretch. And we're going to fall the other way down to the ground. And then we're just going to roll up. Okay, we're going to put our feet on the ground with our toes apart. And we're just going to put our hands on our hips and we're going to rise up on our toes. So this is balance. This is just getting a little bit of balance first thing in the morning. Okay, and we're going to come to the front of the mat and we'll do a few opening exercises. We're going to open our arms up and look up. We're going to feel a little bit of a back bend in our upper back, and then we're going to fold over and drop down and just suspend ourselves here for a moment. Now we're going to come halfway up and feel a little bit of a back bend here. And then we're going to fall down, exhaling. And we're going to step back with our right leg and put our knee down. And the flat of our foot is on the mat, the front of our foot, and we're going to rise up and look up. Imagine we're looking at a beautiful sun in the middle of winter. And then we're going to put our hands down, frame our front foot, put that foot back, and we're going to just rest here and plank for a moment, making sure that our hands are directly below our shoulders. And we are just developing a little bit of strength here. We've had a lot of ease at the very beginning of the class. Now we're developing a bit of strength. And we're going to go down. You can go down via chaturanga by bending your elbows and going down slowly. Or you can go knees, chest, and chin. And then come up into a lower cobra just by raising your upper back. And now we're going to go back into a downward dog. We're going to breathe here. Once again, feeling that sense of the inhalation, drawing in energy, exhalation, giving us a sense of ease. Inhalation, drawing in energy, exhaling, giving us a sense of ease. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're going to put our right foot forward between our knees, between our hands rather, and bring our left foot forward. And we're just going to hang suspended here for a moment. We can cross our elbows and just rest here, feeling a sense of relaxation. This is actually quite a strong pose because we feel our tailbone, our sit bones really moving up. Now, you can bend your knees if you like here, if that's more comfortable, and then straighten them again. And you can hold on to your ankles if that is possible. If not, just keep your knees bent. And by holding on to your ankles, you can
we could pull your elbows out a little bit, and that helps you descend a little bit more. And once again, you can bend your knees a little bit and then straighten them up. And the way our muscles work, it's often really important to give our muscles some sense of ease in order for them to extend further. Because the operation of the muscle requires that kind of alternation. Okay, now we're going to just come halfway up with a little bit of a back bend, and then move forward, exhaling, and we're going to come all the way up again. Look up, and then exhale and stand in Dandasana. And we're just going to roll our shoulders forward and up and back and down, forward and up and back and down, forward and up and back and down. And we're going to do this the other side of the sun salutation. Here we go. Up, inhaling, and then exhaling. And our left leg goes back. We can lower our knee, our right leg up, your right leg in front, and our arms up, inhaling. And then exhaling in plank. And then chaturanga if you like. And we can go up into a cobra, small cobra. And then we're going to come down. Now we're going to do some more shoulder work here. We're just going to put our hands outside, tent our fingers, and we're going to just raise our right shoulder up, keep our head down, and we're going to lower our right shoulder. We're going to raise our left shoulder up, keep our head down, and lower the left shoulder. Our right shoulder up, and lower the right shoulder. Our left shoulder up, lower the left shoulder. And we're going to extend our hands back with our palms up, our arms back so that they're lying beside our torso. And we're going to lift up our right shoulder and lower it, our left shoulder and lower it, right shoulder, lower, right, left shoulder, lower. And now we're going to lift both our arms up, both our shoulders up, and our head and our chest. And now we can raise our arms up. And if we like, we can extend our feet and raise our legs up, if that's possible. If not, do what feels comfortable for you. And we're just breathing here, really trying to get a sense of the strength of this pose. We're really moving the energy out our toes, out our fingers. And now we're going to lower down and relax. We can put our hands out underneath us and put our cheek on our hands and have a moment of relaxation. We can turn our toes towards each other and just splay our feet out and rest for a moment. Okay, now we're going to do that again. We're just going to, this time, we're just going to raise our hands up, our shoulders up and our head, our arms, and then our legs and feet. Okay, so here we go. We're moving up, extending our arms towards the back wall, and our feet, we will raise them up. Feel that energy going out of our toes. Feel the beautiful strength of this pose. We can feel our back. We don't have any pain at all in our lower back. We're moving through the upper spine here. And now we're going to lower down. Okay, now we're going to do a few more back bends here. And we can just, if we want to, we can just hold on to our left foot with our left hand, and we can actually just hold our hand over our foot and feel, push it into your buttock so that you feel the opening in the front of your left thigh. This is a kind of preparation for the pose. And now we can just extend that foot out a little bit and feel our left side opening up. We're just doing this one foot at a time for now. And then we're going to come down and feel that lovely opening in the left front thigh. And we'll try that on our right side, holding onto our foot and extending our foot out so that we are really raising our right shoulder up and giving that a nice stretch. And now we're going to do the full bow pose by holding on to both of our legs. Now, this might not be possible, so you can just do stretches if you like in the interim. And we're just going to feel the lovely energy that comes. And it feels, on the one hand, for me, it feels like a beautiful, easeful posture, but also one that's very strong and demanding. And we can vary the amount of tension in our legs and be easeful and relax here, relax down. And now we're going to come up one last time into the boat pose, and we can extend our feet out. Our arms are strong, our shoulders are raised. We feel our pelvis moving into the ground. We don't feel any pressure on our lower back at all. And then we're going to come down again. Okay, and we're going to push ourselves back into a child's pose. And we can splay our knees out if we like, so that we can comfortably lower ourselves onto the ground. And we can lay our forehead on the ground and stretch our hands out. Now here, from this child's pose, we've got our toes touching. We can walk our hands over towards the right and really feel a beautiful opening in the left. And we can inhale into our left side body and our back body here. And we can exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to walk our hands stretched out towards the center, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do several inhalations. So we're inhaling into our back body and exhaling. Inhaling into our back body and then exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to walk our arms over to our left thigh and feel our right side body opened up for inhalation. So we're inhaling, especially into that beautifully opened right body, and then we're exhaling. We're inhaling and exhaling. We're inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now we can just come back and sit up, and we're going to move our right leg forward into a kind of figure four. And ideally, you have your foot at a right angle and your knee at a right angle, although that I find too much. So I try to keep my foot at the right angle because that helps with the knee. But you can move your foot in closer to your body. That's perfectly fine. And then you just have you look back, make sure that the top of your foot is on the ground, it's not splayed, and you're just going to draw that back foot back and keep your arms straight. You feel this is a lovely little upper back bend, as well as a lovely stretch in your right buttock. And this is very good for anyone who has sciatica problems. It's a very helpful posture. And we're just going to, this is a pigeon pose, and we can move into the sleeping pigeon if that's possible for us. And we can go down onto, say, our elbows if that's comfortable, or we can move straight forward onto our front body and maintain as much of an even inhale and exhalation as we can. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale. Inhale, and then we're going to exhale. Inhale, and then we're going to exhale. Then we're going to walk up, and we're going to feel this upright pigeon, the strength of that, and the ease of it. It gets easier the longer you stay in the position, usually. You shouldn't feel too much pain at all. We really shouldn't be motivated by pain in yoga. And then we can just roll onto our right buttock, and we can exchange our legs. We can put our left leg in front, our right leg behind us, and once again we can try and work towards this 45-degree angle of our foot and our knee. That may not be possible. It's not for me, so I try and keep the foot at a 45-degree angle in order to protect my knee, but I'll move my foot down towards my torso so that I can actually do the posture. And once again, stretching out the right leg with your right foot front flat on the floor. And this is very helpful for me. So I may overdo it for you, but I really find this therapeutic. And now I'm going to go down onto my elbows, and then I'm going to go into sleeping pigeon and put my head on the floor and my hands forward. Now, if this isn't comfortable, you can at any time just raise yourself up to your elbows or up to an upright pigeon. Okay, I'm going to go down again. And I feel this in my left inner kind of hip, my right thigh. Now I'm going to come up, and we're going to do a couple of twists here. So we can just whirl ourselves around the mat, and we can keep our left leg bent in front of us, and we can, if we want to, we can just stretch our, this is possible for you, use this. We can move our right leg over our left, and then raise our left arm up, look up, and really feel that rising up as you stretch around. And you can then hinge your arm on your leg, use your right arm to help you maintain your upright position. And the movement here is both up and around. You don't want to get stuck simply moving around and then losing that sense of it being a very upright posture. And I feel some nice cracks in my spine as I move around. It's a lovely self-adjustment, this twist. And we're just going to stay here and breathe. We're going to feel both the strength of this posture And I find the longer I stay here, the more easeful it is. I have to relax, I have to calm my breath down and really feel my body moving into this posture with the breath, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. And now I'm just going to let go of that arm and move around the other way. And I'm going to just do a stretch the opposite direction just to give myself a little balance here. And now we're going to just put both our legs out straight in front of us and put our right leg, our left leg up over top of our right. You can leave this extended right leg long, or you can bend your knee, put your foot beside your buttock. And once again, we're going to raise this time our right leg up, our right arm up, and we're going to put our left hand behind us. We can tent our fingers and press into the floor to give us some extension there. And then we're going to just turn around, turn towards the bent leg, and hook our arm against the thigh, the upper thigh or the lower thigh, and twist. And still feeling that beautiful sense of rising up as we twist around. And that sense of the strength, the power of this posture. It's a really beautiful, beautiful twisting spine posture. And we feel our head come around to look to the back of the room. And we're just going to breathe here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now we're going to come around, let go of that, come around to the other side, and just put our right arm behind us. You can plant your left into the ground and just push yourself up and around so you feel a beautiful stretch in the other direction. And now we're going to come back. We're going to do some leg stretches here, and you might want a belt. I'm going to take a bolster as well that I'm going to use a bit later. I've got my belt, and you might want a block or two here too, as well. Okay, now, if you want, you can have some kind of elevation on your I've got a little blanket here, but you can put this underneath your buttocks, and it gives you a little elevation and helps you sit upright when you're doing these leg stretches. So I've got my feet out, and I'm just going to use a belt, wrap it around the ball of my feet. I'm going to keep my toes up, and I'm going to really feel my back is very straight. Here. And you're going to feel your navel is moving towards your spine. So, and you feel your chest moving up. In fact, we can just extend our chest up and
feel that lovely stretch in our chest, breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to just sit up again, and we're going to move forward, trying to keep our back straight, and move forward just as much as you can, keeping your back straight. It's early in the day for me, so I can't move very far forward. So I'm just going to stay here and feel the strength, the energy moving out of our heels. Feel the balls of our feet lively, our toes, we can stretch them apart. We can feel our feet very, very alive. And we don't really put a lot of pressure on here. It's just to give us a little bit of an extension. And we're moving here from our hips and extending forward. If you can grab onto your toes, the outer edges of your feet, and just rest here for a moment. Now, we're breathing here, inhaling and exhaling, and maybe in the exhalation, we feel ourselves go a little bit lower. So we're inhaling and we're exhaling a little bit lower. Inhaling and exhaling a little bit lower. And inhaling and exhaling a little bit lower. And then we're going to just round our back and just rest here with some ease over our legs. Only go as far as is comfortable. You don't want to feel too much pain at all. You might feel a little bit of stretch, which is fine because you want to challenge yourself, but you don't want to feel pain. And as I rest here, I can really feel my body extending. And now, with an inhalation, we're going to rise up again. Here we go. And we're going to just put our one leg into our inner thigh, our foot, and we're going to twist over towards the, in this case, I'm twisting towards my left foot. And I'm going to hold on to this with the foot with my right arm. And I'm just going to feel myself twisting and extending a little bit here. I'm not going to go down too far, but you do feel a different stretch in your hamstrings and your buttocks. And we're just inhaling and exhaling here and feeling a lovely, relaxing forward fold. And we're going to come up. We're going to change our legs and the left foot into the inner thigh of the right leg. And we're going to just turn our bodies towards our right leg so that it's facing the foot. And we're going to feel ourselves extend down. You can use the belt once again, if that's convenient, or you hold on to the outer edge of the right foot and feel yourself extending. Once again, you're inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to come up again. And here we're going to, we can once again sit if we want to raise our buttocks up a little bit. And we're going to extend our legs out and develop a little bit of extension here as well. Now you can put your belt around one foot and once again twist towards that foot and extend down a little bit. Or you can hold on to your toes, the outer edge of your foot. And then I'm just going to lower down and fold over
just suspended here, giving myself a lovely stretch of the hamstrings. And you want to feel that you are, your knee is not hyperextended, but that your leg is straight. And you're only coming down as far as is comfortable. So it may be that you only come down to here, which is a stage in the process of opening up your muscles. So that's good enough. There's never any better in yoga. There's just, this is good enough for the moment. It's a process, and it's a lifetime process. Okay, now we're going to come up and we're going to go towards the other side. And once again, you can use the belt, you can use your hands, and we're going to turn our body towards the left leg, and the foot should be up. The toes should be energized here, and we're going to just feel that lovely stretch. And we're just, you can use both your hands, and we're just going to breathe very easily here. And then we're going to come up. Okay, we're going to put both of our feet together, and we're just going to, I used to do this as a child. We're just going to rock back and forth gently. This just gives us a little relaxing interlude here. And whatever feels comfortable for you, it may be that you're cross-legged and this is uncomfortable, this is uncomfortable, in which case you can just sit cross-legged and you can just extend your straight back forward and walk your hands forward and go down as much as you can. Or here, you can put your feet together and you can really feel that your back rising up straight. Your arms can actually provide a little bit of extra oomph in stretching your legs if you like, and you can bend forward from the. So this is not bending at the waist. This is bending, trying to maintain the intact straight back as you move forward. It's actually really quite hard. I'm not very good at this. And you do feel the opening in the groin here. So you shouldn't, you might feel a little bit of stretch, but you shouldn't feel any pain there. You don't want to overstretch your inner groin because that can be very painful. We're just going to rest here for a few moments. Then we're going to come up. Good. Now we're going to do a bridge. We've been doing all kinds of forward bends, and it's always a very good thing to do a back bend here. We're just going to put our feet, plant them on the mat, and then we're going to roll down onto the mat. And we're going to feel when we go up into bridge, which is really a lovely posture, we're going to go up quite slowly today. We're going to feel our feet planted into the floor, so we're grounded into the floor with our feet. And we're also feeling, we're going to try and extend our arms down so that our shoulder blades are moving down our back. And we're just going to tip our pelvis up and then roll it down. We're just going to do this very gently. Tip our pelvis up and then roll it down. Tip our pelvis up, inhaling, and then roll it down. And this time, we're going to come all the way up. We're going to tip our pelvis up, and we're going to press our legs, our knees, towards the far wall as we move our pelvis up.
so that the energy here is moving our legs towards the far wall and our pelvis is moving up towards the ceiling. And here we can hold on to the edges of our mat if we like, or we can clasp our hands underneath and roll our shoulders further under, and that will help our chest move up. And we can just inhale and exhale here all the time, feeling that beautiful energy in our body as we plant our feet into the ground. Our pelvis should be moving up, our legs, our knees moving towards the opposite wall. And then we're going to lower down here slowly. And we can bring our knees into our chest and feel the relaxation in our back as it extends. And we can roll back and forth. We're going to do another bridge. So we're going to plant our feet again. This time we're going to do a few variations of leg extensions. Now you don't have to do this. You can just stay in the bridge and come up and down if you like, or you can do these little variations. Okay, here we go. We're going to plant our feet, tip our pelvis up, extend our knees towards the opposite wall. We can hold onto our hands or the sides of the mat, and we're going to lift our right leg up, our knee, and then extend our right leg up towards the ceiling. And all the time, really feeling our pelvis moving up and our foot moving into the ground. And we're going to bend the knee, plant it again, and try our left foot. Knee up, leg extended up. Once again, our foot is planted into the ground, pelvis moving up, chest moving up. And then we're going to bend the knee and plant it down. Extend our pelvis up one more time, our upper chest up. And then we're going to roll down very slowly and carefully. And we can have our legs come up. We can grab the outer edges of our feet into a little bit of a happy baby. And we can just roll around like a little toddler. It's lovely to play in the middle of the day here. So we do feel a sense of ease. So between the bridge and the child's pose is a really powerful demonstration of the way effort and ease, Sukha and Sthira, are part of yoga practice. That beautiful opposition. Okay, we can put our legs, extend our legs out, extend our arms up above our head, and just give ourselves a beautiful stretch. We can stretch the right side of our body, pointing our toes. We can stretch the left side of our body and the right. Okay, good. All right. I have an old body. I get cramps in my feet, so I'm going to do some foot exercises, I think. Okay, so we're going to roll up, and we're just going to do a few foot exercises here. We're going to just point our toes and flex them. 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 Now we're going to just go into a downward dog and do a few foot exercises. And this is very helpful for anyone, I think. So we're going to just rest in downward dog, breathing. And we're going to, when we put our feet down, we're going to make sure that we stretch our toes out and that we're on the tiptoes of our feet. And we can bend our knees here and then stretch up. We can bend our knees and then stretch up so that our tailbone is heading towards the upper back corner of the room. And we're just bending our knees. We can pedal our feet out if we like.
And that gives us a beautiful stretch here of our toes and our feet. Good. And we're going to raise our right leg straight up, and we're going to stand on the ball of our left foot. And then we're going to drop our right foot towards our buttock and feel that beautiful opening. All the time we are trying to keep a thread between our lower ribs and our hips so that we don't drop our ribs. And then we're going to extend our leg out and bring it in towards our left elbow. And then extend it out again and bring it in towards our right elbow. Extend it out and bring it in towards our left elbow and stretch it up again, and then plant your foot down. We're going to once again pedal our feet out a bit. We're going to extend our left foot up, open it out, drop the heel to the buttock, extend it out, and bring that knee in to the right elbow, extend it out to the left elbow, to the right elbow, and to the left. And we're going to come down again. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet, and we're going to turn our toes out, and we're going to try and drop down here towards a Balasana. And I try and hold on to, I'm not very good at this, so I hold on to the outer edges of the mat. And you can sit in prayer position. So any version of this is good for you. I try and do it as well as I can, but this is clearly something that's going to take me a lifetime to master. And now we're going to rise up, drop our hands down, and put our feet forward. And now we're going to just turn our feet out and sit back down into Malasana. And then we're going to rise up, turn our feet out, or in rather, and forward fold. And then we're going to turn our feet out and down into Malasana. We're going to rest here for a moment, do some inhalation and exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. And then we're going to push down again into a forward fold. And then slowly we're going to unravel, and we're going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae into Dandasana. Good. All right. Now we're standing. We're going to stand on our mat and do a few standing postures before the end of the class. So we're going to just, we can extend our legs out about 3 or 4 feet apart. We're going to move into a warrior 2 pose. We're going to turn our right foot out and bend our right knee. We can raise our arms up, and we can just rest here for a moment, or we can drop our arm down towards our thigh and raise our left arm up over our head. And we want to maintain, if we can, the link between our hip bone and our lower ribs, so that we're not flaying our ribs out. we're going to just here and all the time here, we're turning up towards the sky, feeling our chest move around us up towards the sky. And now we're going to drop our arm down and do a little bit of a twist. We turn our back foot, our back toes, and we can actually put our front foot on the outer edge and really feel that beautiful twist here, extending our arm up, keeping the back leg straight, the energy moving out of our heel. Now we're going to turn around and come back up into our warrior two, standing. And we're going to move back. We're going to drop our left arm down, slide it down, and move our hand back and our arm. We're going to come back, straighten this leg, put the foot to the front. Then we're going to come down into warrior two on the other side, bending. We can drop our elbow down. We can put our hand on the floor if we like. I'm just going to go down this far and extending our arm over parallel to our ear here and breathing and feeling our chest turning, our head turning towards the sky. Feeling the back foot rooted into the ground, both feet in the ground, our lower body moving down, our upper body twisting and turning towards the sun. Now we're going to drop our right arm down and turn our back leg onto our toes, and we can move our left leg onto the outer edge of the foot and raise the left arm up. Breathing as evenly as we can. I'm panting here, but you don't have to. Okay, we're going to, once again, we're going to come back up. This time we're going to fall into, we're going to have a beautiful wide stance here, extending our arms out. We can rest in this position, or you can rest up here. You can get blocks and rest up here. Whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. And we're feeling the arches ignite in our feet, and they give us a little bit of fire here into our legs. We can walk our arms back between our legs, under our torso, and extend our back up. We can put our hand, we can wiggle our feet in and put our hands on our hips, and then extend ourselves up into a wide-legged standing posture. And I'm just going to walk my feet in here. Now, we're going to move back to the ground to get some rest, a little bit of preparation for our final relaxation. All right, so these standing poses are very powerful, and they are all about strength, about moving into the ground and moving upwards in your upper body. And we're going back onto the ground. We're just going to do my favorite little stretches here. You need to have room around your body so you can move your arms. Now this one, you can, if you want to, you can just raise your knees up and drop them to the side. I like to move my hips, say my left hip towards my right, and drop your leg down. And you can just stay there. You can have both arms out if that's comfortable for you, and you can gaze towards the opposite arm. Once again, a lovely stretch in your body. And you can raise your knees up again, shift your hips towards the other side, and drop your legs down.
And you can look out towards the opposite hand. Once again, we're inhaling and we're exhaling. We're inhaling and we're exhaling. We're inhaling and we're exhaling. Now we're going to bring our knees up again. Now I'm going to do, you can just do exactly what we did before, or I'm going to raise my right leg up. I'm going to cross it over my left so that when I lift my hips up and drop them down, my right leg is actually caught underneath my left. That gives me a little bit more of a stretch. It allows me to get a little bit more stretch. And once again, I'm going to look to the opposite hand. And this opposite hand, I'm going to lower it down to my hip. Then I can move it like a sundial up and around and move it over towards my other arm. So this beautiful circling motion is really a lovely opener of your arm, your shoulder. And you can put your hand, rest your hand on your outer leg if you like, if that's not too much pressure as you move around. But you don't want to feel too much pressure. And as you're moving around, you might find there are sticky bits where your shoulder is a bit sticky, and you can just stop there and rest. Might be, sometimes for me, it's about 11 o'clock here. And then you can circle around. And we're going to turn to the other side. Lift our left leg up, cross it over, move our hips towards the left, and drop your knees towards the right. And we're going to circle this arm around again. We're just circling, breathing easily here. Inhaling as we open our arm out, and we've got lots of space in our lungs, in our ribs, and exhaling as we move towards the legs and inhaling. Okay, now we're going to just put our hips back square on the floor. We can hold our shins just for a moment and rock a little bit. And then we're going to, either you can go into Shavasana with your legs bent. You can put your legs up a wall if you like. You can extend them straight out. I'm going to use a bolster underneath my thighs because it really gives a lot of ease to your lower back. And I have some sciatica issues, so this is quite helpful. There we go. And I'm just going to rest here. I'm going to lift my buttocks up and tip my tailbone up towards the sky and then drop it down. It gives me a little bit of an extension in the lower back. And I'm going to lift my right leg up and drop it down. Left leg up, drop it down. Right arm up, drop it down. Left arm up, drop it down. Shoulders up and upper torso, drop them down. And I'm going to turn my head from side to side. And I'm going to feel the ease that comes after the strength and the expression of effort that is our asana class. And I'm just inhaling here and then exhaling. I'm remembering the rhythms of our alternate nostril breathing at the beginning of the class. And then we're exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And I'm just going to let you rest for several moments. And you can begin to move your fingers and your toes. You can stretch your arms and your legs. You've been feeling the ease that is in our powerful, strong, active postures. And you can feel the strength that is in our final relaxation, the power of it to allow us to really let go and relax. You can move onto your side, push your arms up, push your arms into the floor and rise up. And I'm just going to read you a short poem by Philip Larkin, which is it's a bit grim on the one hand, but it is very beautiful. And it is about oppositions, just like Sthira and Sukha, effort and ease. The trees are coming into leaf, like something almost being said. The recent buds relax and spread. Their greenness is a kind of grief. Is it that they are born again and we grow old? No, they die too. Their yearly trick of looking new is written down in rings of grain. Yet still the unresting castles thresh in full-grown thickness every May. Last year is dead, they seem to say. Begin afresh, afresh, afresh. So with that, I feel refreshed. And I hope you do too, and that your day brings you many good things. Thank you for joining me.